Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to TAROTPOSH. I'm going to be doing your reading today from April 21st through April 30th. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot, the golden one. I love this deck. And anything you need to know is in the description box below. So it was a very rainy day today. So feels like a very little bit of a watery day. So I figured I'd use the mermaid deck. A lot of water. I hope this video finds you well. I hope everything is good for you, Sag. And if it's not, I hope things are turning in your favor real soon. The back of this card actually looks like the Wheel of Fortune, so maybe that's a good sign. I pre-shuffled the cards, but I just had 3 cards jump out before I even said what type of reading I was doing. So I'm going to be doing what you need to let go, what you need to know, and what's coming. So right away, what popped out, it's actually 4 cards. We have 10 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, and Judgment. Okay? So what you need to let go, 10 of Cups. So possibly quite, and we also had 4 of Wands come out. So I'm going to take that as an extra. So I'm going to leave it as the Judgment and the 4 of Wands are like a combination of what's coming. So with the 10 of Cups here, what you need to let go is possibly your expectations of what that 10 of Cups happy home life is going to look like for you. It doesn't mean that you're giving up hope and it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect in the world. But Sag, for April 21st to April 30th, this is something that you may be dealing with. This is a general reading, so it may not fit for everyone. This is for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So don't force it. Just take what's significant for you in your situation. And please hit like and subscribe. Spread the love. I appreciate it. So I see this couple looking into the future. I see this gentleman here, possibly husband, waving, and I see the woman looking on. Maybe the person that you're with, now I'm reading the energy on the card. Masculine, feminine energy is on this card. So however that applies. And there are some children in the background. The home is in the background here. She has a very, very fancy big hat on here. So this 10 of Cups is definitely very posh in the way they're dressed. So I'm getting intuitively from the card. The 10 of Cups card is all your cups are filled. 10 is also like reaching that point in the cycle where you've like climbed the ladder, got to the top, and there's, you know, cups full of rainbows and very much happiness. And when you reach a goal like that, it's very satisfying. But sometimes it doesn't look the way you expect it to in your dreams in fairy tale lands. And I feel in this card, this masculine energy is taking the lead, and the lady is sort of just standing by. Don't see them holding hands, but I do see him being social. The woman's face is just very plain. The kids are off. They're kids. Kids are kids dancing in the background. I don't see her smiling, and I'm going to notice that in this card. So maybe you have to let go of taking the lead in your relationship, possibly, if you're the feminine energy in your relationship. Maybe that's something that you need to let go, maybe in looking at the big picture, because the next card that we have that comes up is the Three of Wands. And that's waiting for your ships to come in, looking at the big picture. And I feel that you are looking at the big picture regarding your home life. Standing atop, looking out on the shore, and all the wands here, they have new growth on them. But if you notice in this picture, you see the two ships here, and then you see one off in the distance. To me, it looks like another ship. At first, I thought it was land, but if it is another ship, it's not as bright as the other two. It's sort of like a dark spot in the picture. So when you're looking at the big picture regarding this Ten of Cups, that idea of letting go. Maybe you're letting go of some disappointments with the Ten of Cups. Maybe you're letting go of the Ten of Cups because you're getting divorced. It happens. But there are children involved in this Ten of Cups, whether they are your children, your partner's children, a combined family. There are a lot of things to take into account. And if it's a relationship with the Ten of Cups that you are staying with and are committed to a future with, then I would say you should be aware and be careful how disappointments may affect the children. Maybe, being neighborly, being friendly, even if like you're a little angry, maybe not let the neighbors, don't air your dirty laundry. Don't let the neighbors see it, or don't let the kids see it. It's not like you want to hide everything, but children are fragile, and you just want to be more, make a good life for them. And if there is trouble, or if there's anger or disappointment over somebody taking the lead more than the other person, and that's not appreciated, look at the big picture and see and be aware that not everything is going to be perfect. The waters here are calm, and you're looking out and look at the big picture. The big picture meaning not everything is doom and gloom. Maybe this looks like a little doom and gloom off here in the distance, but maybe you're past that point right now, for this time period. But you do see the sun shining here. It's not full. It's not a full picture, but you do see it coming. It's right there, shining. So it's sort of like you see the cup half full, or you see the cup half empty. You see the sun shining totally bright, or you see it halfway. It's sort of like that mindset that you have to be aware of. And that's what you need to know. Okay, so the Ten of Cups, whatever is going on that is not fulfilling for you with that, let it go. Or if it's the end of a relationship, just be mindful of the children. Could be nieces and nephews in the picture if you don't have children. Younger people that look to you like as mother, father figure. So just be aware of that. And what's coming is the Judgment card and the Four of Wands. Now the Four of Wands also that has to do with foundation, a celebration, a homecoming, and it's like the oars here are the wands, right? It looks like they're kneeling and proposing to each other, the mermaid and the sailor. So you have the Judgment card here. And this looks like actually a male mermaid, female mermaid, and a child mermaid. So I feel that maybe you are looking at the big picture and you are judging yourself a little bit. I don't always see the Judgment card as a wake-up call, but this mermaid looks like they're asleep. So you know, sometimes when things are uncomfortable or they're not exactly how we picture them to be, we can hide our head in the sands and sort of, you know, want to sleep it off. But we have another figure over here. There's a lot of green. Green is very healing energy. There's a lot of greenery in this Four of Wands as well. So I feel, Sagittarius, for April 21st to April 30th, give or take, that there is some judgment. You may be being judged. This person, the way they're sitting, and if you are taking like a background stance in the relationship, like this feminine energy is here, I feel, then maybe you've come so accustomed to it, or you're not speaking your truth about it, Sag, which is odd for Sag. I'm a Sag. And maybe you're just like, oh, let me just go to bed. I don't feel like dealing with this. But it's your wake up call because you do have to deal with it. What's coming is that you still have a life. You still have homecoming celebration. You still have, you know, a living arrangement, a life that you've built. Four of Wands, four is also Emperor energy. And whereas the Emperor is fire energy ruled by Aries. The Empress is earth energy ruled by Venus. It's almost like that. Men Are from Mars, Women, you know, that book. So Emperor energy is the male energy, masculine energy. So there may be more fire in the person that you're sharing your life with, or maybe there's too much fire, you're two fire signs. But this Four of Wands is significant to me because I don't just see it as a homecoming celebration, party, a festivity. I see that these two people are alone here, and then there's all these people up here. See? The tiny little figures. You know, that's what it looks like to me. Rejoicing. And I think what you need to do is get a wake-up call and talk things out. And that's what's upcoming for you, Sag, with you and your partner. Now, if this doesn't relate to you and a partner, then I would say relate to whatever else that you feel, whatever other relationship, what I've said, but don't force it. Now what I'm going to do is we did what you need to let go, what you need to know, and what's coming. And what's coming is the two of you are going to wake up, stop judging one another, stop judging yourself, and talk it out. Talk about it. If there's other people involved that are, you know, in your ear or your significant other's ear, pull away from that and go away for weekends. Go talk it out. So sometimes we don't say what we want, and we think the other person should just know how we feel, and they should just know. And then sometimes we get caught up so much in how we feel with our own feelings that we don't even realize it's not all about us. There's somebody else involved. Well, there's kids involved. And I'm not saying to suffer if it is possibly the ending of a relationship. I'm not saying suffer. But communication is what's upcoming. That is something that you need to know. So now I'm going to pull a card for you, your person, and your relationship. And we'll see if it ties in to what is going on here. In the light of the light, through the light, thank you for the gifts of insight. I pledge never to take them in vain. What do we need to know for Sag, their person, and the relationship? Three of Cups. That's you, Sag. Could either be a support system, could be a third-party situation, Could be you're hanging out with your friends. There's feminine energy in this card. The mermaids are holding hands and dancing. They got their pearls on. And now we're going to pull a card for your person. Sticking out. Six of Wands. Your person right now is getting praise. They're up on their seahorse here. They have the wreath of victory. And I think that's good energy for you and good energy for your person as well. They're like standing up straight, riding the seahorse, being victorious. The sun is shining. And they have people in the water around them supporting them. That's a beautiful card. So let's see. Now this is for a snapshot of your relationship. Right? You, your person, you, the Three of Cups there, the Six of Wands. Let's see what your relationship. I have two cards come out. King of Wands and Two of Cups. So this is good energy. It's weird because for the third card, you actually had a fourth card come out for both rows. Oh, yes, you needed those messages, Sag. The Three of Cups for you, like I said, you're looking, or you have a support system. You're feeling, I feel that you're feeling joyous. But I also feel that even though this card is beautiful and everything here, because the row that I first picked with what you need to let go, what you need to know, and the talking, I feel like this is your support system here. But I'm going to clarify this card because there's something about this card, as beautiful it is, that feels a little icky. And I'm not sure what it is. So we'll clarify it. But this, I told you, your person is like being paraded. I just want to see if this is a third-party situation that could be causing anything, because right underneath this man waving, you have the Three of Cups, and he's waving. The wife, like, she just, I don't know. Maybe if it was a different reading, I'd see the card differently. But we'll see. Then we have the King of Wands and the Two of Cups for the overall energy of the relationship. So what I'm feeling is, again, I feel like the relationship is two-sided. I feel that your partner is the King of Wands here. And your energy is the Two of Cups for the relationship. This is what you want, this Two of Cups. And your partner is all fired up with the King of Wands. That's why your partner's energy came up with this, Six of Wands here. So, Six of Wands is great. Like, it's reward, recognition, great energy. But also, parades don't last forever, I always say. But sometimes, there could be a lot of fiery energy. Maybe a person is a Leo. I'm not sure. But maybe they could be getting a little full of themselves as well if you take that Six of Wands energy too far. So I'm going to clarify. I definitely do feel whoever is watching, if you're male, female, it doesn't matter. I feel this is you. This energy here. And your partner is this masculine energy. It's like there's one hand up waving and there's one hand like down. Like you know, to sort of like, I don't know, not hold you back, but I don't know. It's an odd position. So, but the cards that I show with what's coming does show that you need to talk out, and you need to not be the sleeping mermaid, and you need to wake up, because your partner here is looking at you and just hands on, like not the knees, but hands on the thighs, just sitting there watching you sleeping. Here's the kid. Here's somebody else who's coming. So I don't know. I'm going to clarify this Three of Cups though, because maybe, you know, you don't want to look at the big picture in a way to see that maybe there could be a third party. Third party doesn't always have to be a person. Third party could be that your husband or your wife gives too much attention to their job, gives too much attention to another family member, and yeah, this is a third party situation, I feel. He could be friendly with the coworker, nothing's going on, but it's uncomfortable because maybe, you know, sometimes you'll hear someone on the phone. It's like I always joke around with my niece because she bosses me around. And I say, "Oh, are you using your phone voice?" If I happen to call her when she answers the phone for work. And then 2 seconds later, she has like her real voice. So it's not like she's phony. It's just sometimes, you know, you have a different personality and you treat people differently than the people you do at home. And maybe the point is that you're not getting the right treatment or attention or the right, I don't want to say bad treatment, but the right attention. You know, like that your person's paying attention to you when you talk, that you have good communication, that you're interested they're interested in what you have to say. So I have the Tower card here, which is upheaval, abrupt, discomfort. I'm going to pull two more cards for that. I don't want the cards to be upside down. I did see the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So I feel with the Ace of Cups after the Tower that it may be difficult for you to show love to yourself, because this Three of Cups here is you. The Six of Wands is your person, and the King of Cups and the Two of Cups is the relationship. King of Wands being your person's view of the relationship, and Two of Cups is what, you know, you want. I think the King of Wands is, you know, fired up and wants to sustain, but I think I have the feeling that they want to be in that Six of Wands parade, getting all the attention. You know, King of Wands on his throne is fired up, motivated, and they could take the heat. King of Wands can take the heat. And that may be difficult because if you're trying to talk to someone that's a partner in life, and they have too much, you know, fire energy in them, you'll have to find a way with your Two of Cups energy regarding a relationship to sort of bring them down a few notches with that water energy. I'm going to pull one more card for this Three of Cups here. Okay. So you here, I feel this is a third party situation, or this is you, and there's rejoicing, but at the same time, there's something shady about it. There's something shady about one of the people in your support system. There could be somebody who's friends with you and your partner, and you're confiding in them, and you think they're your support system, but then maybe something you tell them, and then you get a Tower moment, right? So I would say, just intuitively and common sense wise, to have self love, all the qualities you have. This is like you're being handed a cup out of the clouds, Raise your vibration in the Tower moment. Take out a moment and be grateful for all the gifts that you do have and all the good things that are in your relationship. Hopefully there are good things. I mean, I feel that there are. And if there is really something that's coming to an ending, like I said, I would just be aware. You know, they call it conscious uncoupling, you know, sort of like that. But I don't really see that for everyone. I just see like a bump in the road. And with 10 of Cups energy, you can get to a certain point in your life. I mean, it could be in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. It could be when you're 25 even and you want something different. So just be aware and don't beat yourself up with a judgment card or judge each other because you just do more damage. Just communicate, talk it out. And with the Four of Wands here, it's like a meeting of the minds. And at the end of that talk, you're going to feel like it's almost like a celebration. Whichever way it goes, it's going to feel like a party afterwards. Like a weight's lifted off, pop the champagne, you know, for good or for bad. But I don't feel it's bad for everyone. Sometimes we're meant to move on. But I don't see that is definite with this because I see the Seven of Pentacles here. So you're willing to put the work in with this and you're waiting. You're using this cup of love to water the seeds you plant to put more energy in this relationship. And because you have this Two of Cups here, even though they're the King of Wands and they're, you know, came up as the Six of Wands with that, I see that ultimately you really do both love each other. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. Like I said, this may not apply to everyone, but that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull one card and close the reading. I'm going to use the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. So, Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Please hit like and subscribe if you like this content. I could continue to do for you. Helping you helps me. I have the Ace of Swords. Swords go back to the Magician. This is triumphant success. And it's like the hand is literally coming out of the ground, breaking through the new growth and reaching the sky. Even the back of these cards are beautiful. John Holland is a psychic. He has a few books out, and his story, I think he started as a bartender, believe it or not. And I read his books years and years ago, and it's an interesting story. And I have to tell you, I did not put two and two together when I first got this Oracle deck. And this, just even alone, for like, if you don't, you know how to read tarot cards, or you don't have the time to put in or whatever, this Oracle deck gives really amazing readings. It really, really does. Even if you just pull one card a day to focus on, or you're having trouble in a situation, this deck is really powerful. And the Dame Dorothy deck, which I received last week, I love the readings I'm getting with it. So I hope you like it too. So you have triumphant success. So whatever it is, however it plays out, know, Sagittarius, that you will land on your feet. Ace of Swords is, you know, using logic, taking the initiative to start again. And I feel that going into this, after you talk, right, and you cool your partner's King of Wands fire here with the Two of Cups you want to share, I feel that the truth of feelings is going to come out. Now, this blue, I always keep forgetting what stone this is. Somebody asked me the other day. And you get forgetful when you get older, I guess. This blue around here also reminds me of the throat chakra. So make sure it's like the blue, purple. Like, make sure what comes through or what you want to speak, that you're speaking your truth. Don't assume that your partner knows everything, and vice versa. And swords have to do with thought, action, communication. So communicate, communicate, speak your truth, and that's it. So I hope that you like this reading, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming by TAROTPOSH. Have a beautiful end of April, and happy spring. And I'll see you next time. So bye. Namaste. I pray you find your way. Mwah.